Brian, cash flow can be so hard to calculate. I wish there was an easy way to figure out if a property was going to cash flow or not. Do you know of any?
Yes, let's talk about it right now.
See you in a second. Figuring out cash flow is extremely important when knowing whether you should buy a rental property or not.
For sure.
We teach the BRRRR method, video up on here what the BRRRR method is, but in order to purchase a property and make it make sense as an investment, it needs the cash flow on the back end. You need to make sure you're collecting more money than you're spending every month in expenses. And there's quite a few things that go into that, but there's a simple way to figure out if it's gonna probably cash flow or not and give you a way to simply look at a property and see if it makes sense as an investment. What is that, Brian?
It's basically the 1% rule.
Yeah, that's what it's called, the 1% rule. Let's put quotes around it. It'll go right here, 1% rule. Right there.
And gosh, I wish I would have. I wish somebody would have told me about the 1% rule before I started buying, because I was just looking for if a house was a deal, I would buy it. And
whether it cash flowed or not, right?
I didn't even think about that. I just thought about, I was all excited about the BRRRR method, and I was all excited about, if I could buy a house at a good discount. And if I got it at a good discount and I thought I could refi it out and get all my money back, I bought the damn thing. And I didn't pay attention to cash flow early on.
If only you knew me back then.
I know I wouldn't have had all those negative months. But anyway, 1% rule, super simple, and it's pretty dang accurate in most parts of the country. There's always exceptions to the rule, like super high tax states or whatever. But 1% rule is, what does the house rent for? Usually you can find that on Zillow, or if you're in that market, you know that market really well, or Rentometer. There's a lot of ways to determine what
so
the
if you
house
go
will
to
rent
so you
for.
go to Zillow, and then the rent estimate on there is usually pretty accurate in my opinion. I agree. And then Rentometer, there's a bunch of places to find market rent.
Absolutely. So you take that and you divide it by how much you're gonna be into the property for when you buy it, which is, if you're following the BRRRR method, it's both the purchase price plus the rehab, maybe even some of your holding costs or something. So let's just do an example.
Yeah, let's go.
So round numbers. If that house rents for $1,000, which, in our market, we have a lot of houses that rent for $1,000, you want to be able to buy that thing and rehab it and be all into it for less than $100,000.
If you want to beat that 1% rule.
To beat the 1% rule.
So if you're all in at $100,000 and it rents for $1,000, you are meeting the 1% rule. And it's based on a percentage because all markets are different. If you can't get houses for that in your area, that's no problem. If you're all in a house for $200,000, bet you can figure that he's an engineer, then you need to make sure you're getting at least $2,000 rent for that. So that's the 1% rule. So that's why it's based off percentage, so it can work, like Brian said, in pretty much any market. Certain areas, certain super high-end areas, or certain areas with different crazy high tax laws, California, it's a little bit harder to work in, but in most states and most markets, it works very well for. And in some markets, you can beat it.
Absolutely, and we always try to beat it. And the other thing about it is, it kind of depends on what kind of properties that you want. In St. Louis, it's real easy to beat it, but you might be in C or D type properties. So you want to be, and if there's nothing wrong with that, but if you're in that lower tier properties, maybe you want to be at 1.5%. But I always think about the 1% rule working really well for like B type properties, because good neighborhoods where there's some appreciation, but not the super high, nice neighborhoods. A good B class neighborhood in the St. Louis area, you should be able to get into for 1% or slightly less if you can do that. And it's a great property that'll appreciate well and it'll cash flow well for you.
I agree. I think that 1% is a good metric to try and hit, but it also depends on what your end goals are. Like Brian said, an A-class property, just to explain that quickly, is a high-end property that you don't really think of rentals in. You think of just like nice houses that are all homeowners. Yeah. Then that B-class, you're kind of getting that first home buyer price range, some working class where there's rentals and homeowners, so you get a little bit of both. And then that C is usually where there's, maybe not quite as many homeowners, mostly rentals, and then D and below is just a little bit rougher areas. So, like Brian said, the best thing to kind of shoot for is high class areas you can be, in my opinion, that meets the 1% rule is kind of what I would shoot for.
Absolutely, I agree. Because you got to have houses that are cash flow. If they don't cash flow, this whole system doesn't well. I mean, the whole reason you're buying houses is so they cash flow. So this is just a quick quick rule of thumb to use to determine if the cash flow, and the better type of property, the better type of market you're in, as long as it's still cash flowing, the better, in my opinion.
I agree completely. Cash flow is super important, and this is just a quick way to quickly look at to see if it will make sense as a rental and cash flow or not. In certain areas, some insurance might be a little bit higher, taxes might be a little bit higher, so that's why there's a little bit of leeway. But in general, the 1% rule, if you do that, you should at least break even, if not cash flow a little bit. So Brian, did you know that I have solicited your time to hundreds of thousands of people every single month? Did you know that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right,
Sam.
perfect. Well, let's talk about it then. So if you got any value out of this video or anything that we put out on our social media, especially on YouTube, we are giving away a free mentorship day just for commenting on our videos. So
that would be fun. I would be excited about that.
Everyone that comments on our videos, that your name gets put into a virtual hat, and at the end of the year, we're going to draw a name out of the hat, and whoever wins that is going to be able to, if they're in St. Louis, come to our office. If they're not in St. Louis, they're more than welcome to come in town, or we'll do it virtually. We're going to give you access to our entire team, including this guy, to talk about whatever you want to talk about. If you want to become a landlord, we'll talk about landlord. If you want to talk about rehabbing, whatever it is, we do it in this office as pertains to real estate.
Wholesaling?
Wholesaling, apartment complex investing, whatever you want to talk about, we are yours for the entire
Lending?
day. Lending, hard money lending.
Being a broker?
Being a broker.
Who would want to do that? Holy
Well,
shit.
Not you. So that day, whenever we do that, your day's gonna be taken up. I'll put it on your calendar, don't worry.
Be fun. I'm
but
excited.
It's a super, it's a ton of value. If somebody were to ask us to do that off the street, I would probably charge them $10,000. So I say it's a $10,000 value, and I think that's realistic. So
Totally. I know there'd be people that would pay that for
yeah, for sure. So we're giving away for free, and your chances of winning aren't super high, but all there is a comment. It's not really like it takes a bunch of time or effort, just a few clicks like this if you type like Brian types. So anyways, if you have any other comments on this video to maybe win that challenge, make sure to put them in the comment section as well. I'd love to interact. I respond to all the comments personally, so any questions, any comments you have, we would love the feedback. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Brian, I'm going to toss the subscribe up, hit it out of the air. Hit it. All right, he hit it. So subscribe to our channel and comment, hit that notification bell so you get notified when we go live. Me and Brian go live every Wednesday as well. So we love to interact with you. Hope you appreciate the video. See you next time.